darling.
Gorgeous fish.
Man.
So fat you can hardly get your hand around them. Beautiful.
Golly.
Absolutely gorgeous.
If you're bringing customers up here that have never caught walleye, never caught a northern, never caught anything, don't worry about it, because they'll take the time to teach you how to do it. I wouldn't be worried if someone would say to you, oh man, I've never fished in my life, I don't want to make a jerk out of myself. Say, don't worry. Go up, have a good time, relax, and these folks will take care of you.
Beautiful. Beautiful walleyes. See the color, how gold they are in the fingers? They're just beautiful fish.
But beginner or not, you are gonna catch a ton of fish here. But there's more, a lot more. Maynard Lake Lodge is built right on the shores of this gorgeous and fertile fishery. As the only fishing camp on the lake, you and your friends will enjoy staying lakeside in some very nice cabins with all the conveniences of home. Hot and cold water, indoor plumbing. Heck, I told you it was nice. And only a few short steps from your private cabin is the dining hall, where, if you want to put on a few pounds, you have definitely come to the right place.
Okay, tonight's dinner, gentlemen, we're starting off with a spinach salad that has a warm mushroom and bacon vinaigrette. Then we have a prime rib that I did on the smoker this afternoon. So we have prime rib au jus, we have a baked potato, we have some steamed broccoli, and for dessert we have my grandmother's cake.
We provide an all-inclusive service. When you come to Maynard Lake Lodge, you will want for nothing, you will care for nothing. We will make sure that your boats and motors are cleaned twice a day for you, that your food is prepared and served to you in a timely manner, and the food that you get is world-class here, absolutely 5-star.
There's lots more from Ontario's Maynard Lake Lodge right after the break. If you're late in joining us, welcome to what is very likely Ontario's best-kept fishing secret.
That's phenomenal.
While our group is here for the fellowship and for the memories, the primary reason they're here on the water today is to catch fish.
Oh, he's fighting like crazy. Maybe.
What is it, walleye? Oh, yeah.
Walleye like this one are here in Maynard Lake by the millions. And that is probably not an exaggeration. This place is so incredibly loaded with fish, and yes, fish of all sizes, that virtually anyone can catch all they want, whenever they want.
What they allow you to do here is that if you are a big-time fisherman and you like to control your own fishing day, they give you a boat, out you go. They'll spend some time with you, give you some tips and places to go. But if you're like me, that I'm really not a big angler, they provide guides.
Hold him up.
Oh!
While you can certainly bring your own tackle, with the cost of checking extra bags in on the airlines, as well as just for convenience purposes, more and more folks are opting to just use some of the fishing gear here at the lake. Yep, great fishing gear for your use is also available.
23.5.
As I mentioned earlier, many in our group have been coming here for a very long time. And here on this one-of-a-kind lake, at this one-of-a-kind operation, the first-time angler will no doubt soon see and learn what makes Maynard Lake so special.
People come back year after year after year. For instance, the group that's here right now, they started coming here in 1991. It's almost 20 years they've been coming here, year after year after year, and they have increased their numbers almost every year that they've come. I have had people that have passed away from the States and have had their ashes dumped on Maynard Lake. And that's a testimonial. When they leave it in their will that they want to have their ashes dumped on Maynard Lake, makes me feel awfully proud.
I told you that this is a special place.
I think we're about even.
Now, the fishing here on Maynard is all catch and release. Well, all but just a few fish per boat. And those fish are the volunteers for what many a Canada-loving angler comes all the way to Maynard Lake for.
I find filleting fish in general, as much as it is to get productive, it's about aesthetics and appearance. You want to have a good-looking fillet when you're done, and you don't want to waste any meat.
Oh, the shore lunches, yes, that's probably one of the highlights of the entire trip. You have each person, each boat brings 2 or 3 walleyes or northern, whichever they happen to be cooking at that particular time, and they fillet the fish. They serve an entire meal with you. They bring you the potatoes on an open fire, salads to the fruits, to the pierogies. It's just the best.
What's the deal on him?
It's, you won't see it very often. It's a blue walleye. Pretty neat. See the coloring? For the contrast compared to the other walleye, most walleye we have in the lake are nice and golden. This one here, different species almost.
Wow.
There's just something about a midday shore lunch, something that makes the food taste better. Maybe it's the good, clean air. Maybe it's being surrounded by friends and coworkers in a place where you all can truly escape. And maybe it's just being closer to nature.
There's an island out here called Sand Beach that's a 20-minute boat ride from the main lodge. These folks will gather up the frying pans, the potatoes, the bacon, the onions, every way to cook the fish that we're catching that morning that we all can share together, and they coordinate it like an orchestra. Boats show up at noon, they're filleting the fish, they're cooking it on an open fire, and it's probably maybe not the best stuff for you, but once in a while, it's quite a treat.
With another half day of fishing in front of us, let me tell you that walleye and northern pike aren't the only fish to be found. Just a few minutes away from Maynard Lake, just a short walk, is a small body of fantastic water that is filled, and I mean filled, with the hungriest smallmouth bass I have ever witnessed.
Double going? 2 at a time, man.
Let's go.
How big is yours, Barry?
Pretty
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
It's pretty nice. Yeah, there we go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Double up, man.
How
Cool.
about that? We get twins.
We have excellent smallmouth bass fishing on Maynard Lake, but we also offer a portage lake which has 2 boats on it, nothing but smallmouth in there. Absolutely incredible. You can be 150 fish per person per day. It is one a cast. It's one of the most amazing lakes I've ever fished, and I've been all around throughout my life, other lakes other than here. And the main lake, Maynard, has phenomenal fishing as well for bass, but the Bass Lake is something that every customer must see and must do, yourself included.
I'm glad you changed my outfit there.
They didn't like that big line.
I don't think so. They didn't like that big hook either. This was not as good as the last
Yeah,
one.
it's
Nice.
nice.
You don't want to come to the boat.
In all my years of fishing north of the border, no place that I can recall provides more value for the dollar and more memory opportunities than this trip to Maynard Lake in Ontario, with an atmosphere that is simply indescribable and a staff that is absolutely on their game. I can highly recommend you look into this one. For more information, log on to MaynardLake.com. One word, MaynardLake.com. No computer? Call toll-free 1-800-352-3931. 800-352-3931.